If you run a small business, you already know the pain. The work isn't just the work. It's the follow-ups, scheduling, reminders, handoffs, and admin. And when that stuff slips, everything downstream pays for it. That's exactly what the OfficeOS is built to solve. OfficeOS is the daily command center inside the WINWINI system. When you open it up, you land in one place that tells you what needs to happen today, what's in progress, and what's next. Instead of your office running on memory, scattered notes, and inbox archaeology, the work has a home. It is essentially a super powerful personal productivity application for everyone in your office, and it enforces your business processes automatically, quietly in the background as you and your team go through your day. We're only going to cover some of the highlights here. This is a deep, wide, and powerful application. Too much for a short video. One of the first superpowers is how OfficeOS handles time blocking. If you're not familiar with the term, time blocking is a productivity technique where you schedule every minute of your day by dividing it into dedicated blocks of time for specific tasks or activities, scheduling not just your appointments and meetings, but your entire day. This helps focus efforts, reduce multitasking, and ensure important work gets prioritized, like assigning 9 to 11 for deep work on a project or 11 to 12 for phone calls, and even slots for breaks or meals. In the OfficeOS, you block your day, and the system helps your tasks match the block. When you're in phone calls, you click on the filter icon and you see call work. When you're working on a project, you see the tasks associated with that project. It's a small shift that creates a huge change. You stop living in reactive mode and start running the day on purpose. After you plan your day, then you lock the plan. There's a feature called Lock This Date that turns your day into two views, your plan and what actually happens. Not for guilt, not for micromanagement, but to facilitate continuous improvement. Because if you want your business to get better, you need to see the reality of what happens in your day, not what you fuzzily remember looking back on a day with rose-colored glasses. You need to know what you intended to do, what actually got done, and where the day got hijacked. Next, let's talk about tasks a little bit. In most businesses, tasks are vague and context is scattered. A task might say call customer, but the details are in a text message. The history is in somebody's memory, and the next step is pretty much a guess. In OfficeOS, tasks carry the context with them. They're connected to the people, jobs, projects, or work that is necessary to complete them. WINWINI, what I need when I need it. You can open a task and see what it's tied to, what's been done, what notes exist, and what the history looks like. And a timer makes the work measurable, which is especially important when you're delegating, building accountability, or outsourcing. Instead of vague effort, you get clear work sessions and real visibility. Now, here's the critical point. OfficeOS is for business owners and their office staff. Now, don't fret, there's a whole other set of applications for field workers. And the OfficeOS is the same application WINWINI providers use when you want help. That means you can keep your office work in-house, outsource some of it, or outsource all of it without changing systems. Same tasks, same processes, same visibility. The difference is simply who's doing the work. Some businesses will use OfficeOS to make their existing team dramatically more efficient. Others will use it to run a lean office and then plug WINWINI providers in for pieces of the workload like follow-up calls, scheduling, review requests, inbox cleanup, plan takeoffs, reconciliation prep, or marketing support. And because everyone is operating inside the same system, nothing becomes a black box. OfficeOS also pulls communications into the same workflow. Calls, text, voicemails, and website chat aren't separate worlds inside separate apps. They're connected to the work. They're an integral part of the OfficeOS application. At the press of a button, you can make a phone call, send an SMS, or respond to a chat from your front-end website. So conversations become action, and action becomes completion. Instead of, didn't we talk about that? You get, it's handled, with a trail you can see. And when work gets bigger than a single task, OfficeOS gives you a project hub. You can see tasks moving through stages, coordinate with the team, and keep the timeline visible. It's not just project management in a generic sense, it's execution management. It's where you stop asking, where are we on this? Because you can just see it. WINWINI, what I need when I need it. Now, the real reveal is this. OfficeOS becomes incredibly powerful when it's paired with the process builder inside WINWINI. Because at that point, you're not just managing tasks, you're installing systems. You design a process once, and then the system generates the work automatically. So the business runs more like it's on autopilot even when you're super busy. Some processes run on a schedule, daily, weekly, or monthly, triggered by a calendar rule like every weekday, generate today's follow-up process, or every Friday, run the process for payroll prep, or on the first of the month, generate reconciliation tasks. Other processes trigger when something happens in your business data. A new lead comes in, a process can launch. A job moves to a new stage, a process can launch. An estimate gets sent, approved, or goes quiet for 3 days, a process can launch. WINWINI, what I need when I need it. Just for clarity, when a process runs, it can assign tasks to anybody in your organization, either to an individual, a group of individuals through a query, to a WINWINI service provider through the business process outsourcing role, or to the logged in user. Let's take a quick look at 2 processes. This one runs daily to call 5 leads. As an aside, this process has already sent a postcard and 2 emails to each of these leads. This task arrives automatically in the right person's task feed on the correct day after the emails and postcard have arrived, with the proper context and, most importantly, everything that is needed to get the task done and track the progress. WINWINI, what I need when I need it. If we click on the lead tab, everything is here. Our entire history is here. Phone call history, SMS history, notes, and we can just click on this icon to send an SMS or this one to initiate the call. After we complete the call, we're prompted to enter a summary. Now, a quick look at a data-driven process. This process fires when somebody fills out a subcontractor application on Remark's website. But keep in mind, the process can run when anything happens in your database. It's really, really powerful. Almost as soon as the form is filled out, the process runs and a task pops up in somebody's feed. We don't need to check for new applications. We don't have to remember to do anything. It just happens. And everything we need to complete this process is included with the task. Super powerful. When a process launches, it doesn't just create some vague reminder. It creates the actual tasks, routes them to the right person or role, and gives each task the context and tools needed to finish it correctly. As an aside, a process can also send an email, a postcard, an SMS, or fire a function in your application. And that's the real shift. Once your processes are set up, which are super simple, the business stops relying on memory and heroics. The work shows up when it's supposed to, for the right people, with everything necessary to complete it, and your office starts to run on autopilot. It gives you one place to run your day, time block with intention, keep tasks connected to context, track what really happened, and make work visible across your team. And if you want help, WINWINI providers can run some or all of your admin work inside the same system with the same visibility and standards. If you'd like to see what OfficeOS would look like inside your business, book a walkthrough. We'll map one of your workflows and show how we'd structure it in the system, and you'll leave with clarity, whether you move forward with us or not. WINWINI, what I need when I need it. Or, if you would prefer, we can discuss any of the other parts of the WINWINI software stack. OfficeOS is the command center for the office work, but it's only one piece. The same server and database also powers the process builder for process automation, a robust web app, which is actually where most of the data lives, and a full set of field applications, estimating, job admin, and the project manager console, along with mobile apps for employees and subcontractors, all designed to implement business processes into the field, not just the office. We'll keep it practical and non-overwhelming. You don't have to implement everything all at once, and WINWINI comes with your own personal coach for the first 3 months to make implementation easy. WINWINI, what I need when I need it. Book your demo today.